Alright folks, after quite a while just figuring out how to make all that work. Well, you have there is a small robotic motor. It's a spur gear motor. It's a 1-inch aluminum shaft. You can buy every component that is used in this build pert near at SERVO City online. The guys are great. They send the shit fast. I mean, it's here when I order it. It's here in 3-4 days, no problem. Always on, and you get a little candy in the package. I had to fabricate this. Took a metal tube, bored the inside 1.1 inches, so that this Kevlar shaft, which comes on Minn Kota, the OD, would fit inside. Did that, pinned it with a screw. Heat shrink, sealed the shaft, no water's getting in. Up here, this is what they call a hub clamp. Get it at SERVO City. That 1-inch shaft goes down inside. I bored the other end. You know, this goes like 3.5 inches up. This one comes down about 1.25 inches. Drilled through, pinned. Then the spur gear, or the hub clamp, just clamps to the shaft tight, and then to this shaft tight. This is screwed down to this. This will not come apart. Okay, and you got a lock, and if you look in there real close, that black rib, those are shim spacers. You can't see it, but inside this frame there are actual bearings. Well, we can see it right here. See, here's one right here. That is a bearing. I've got 3 of them in that block. 3 bearings on this shaft so that it won't move. It turns real smooth. Then you got your gear locked onto your shaft right here. It's screwed to this hub lock. You got your other spur gear on your motor. And how you set this up is this clamp. You loosen it up and you can rotate this motor in and out so that you can mesh the gears just right. Then I lock it on top. I have a floating, this is loose. It's also got bearings in it. These hub clamps here. And then you got hub locks that you can move to slide this up and down. Okay, you got your water control, your wiring coming out through the top down to my plug in my boat, and I used 1/2 inch hose. Okay, now this is the wiring for my motor control, and then I have wiring for my actuator. Now up here, this was the original, well, it still is. This is how I control the motor speed: forward, reverse, off. Now, I used to have foot pedals in here. I hated them. I hated the foot pedals. They're in this well here where your feet go. Always in the way. Fishing line hooking up on it. You know, just crap getting hung up on them. And in the way. Plus, you had to sit down to steer the damn boat. Okay, now if I'm going to stand and fish, I couldn't. I'd have to sit down. So, okay, Wilderness has this little removable dealie, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I made a bracket. Okay, what those are actually are brackets that go to the floor to hold the seat belt. So I just welded them together. They had the holes in them. Got my switch. I can use my foot now. I can stand. I can kick this switch, either push it forward or push it back. It's a double pole momentary switch. So as you can see how smooth that turns. You can fire it up, man. Okay, now we have tilt. See that? So if you start getting into real shallow stuff, look how nice that moves. I can't wait to get in the water. Maybe next weekend. This is going to be fun. I run this motor on here. This is a 50-pound thrust Endura, Minn Kota Endura motor. I mean, they're inexpensive and it's highly modified. Okay, so let's. There it is. Everything's done. We'll take a look in the hatch. There's the PWM control for my throttle. And then right now I just got a little battery charger hooked up, but my AGM, you know, my 25 amp hour AGM deep cycle Deca Intimidator sits in here. It'll run this boat all weekend without a charge, all weekend. So there you go. That turns super smooth, no problem. That is just beautiful. I mean, this thing works like a dream. So there you go, all yacked up. Hit the like button. See you on water. I hope to qualify for a KBF next year. I hope I qualify. Oh yeah, and the boat, ATAC 140, the advanced tactical angling kayak, which it is now the most advanced tactical angling kayak in the world. The only other thing I'm going to add, see right here, quick release pin. Pop this hair clip pin comes out. That releases this from the boat. 2 quick release plugs. These plugs are actually what you would use on, say, a battery tender. You can buy them at Ace Hardware for a couple of bucks a piece. That's where I got mine. Unplug those, and the whole motor with that quick release pin right there and the actuator come out. They go in the toolbox on the other side of the custom built tow trailer. They'll go, that stuff will go in here along with a bunch of other stuff. Well, looks like we got a little issue here. Ain't gonna be nothing we can't fix. Alright. See, well, there's a better shot of that motor. There's my thumb. That's the size of that motor, folks. This rig weighs not. This doesn't weigh as much as the head that was on here to control the motor before. Everything here is machined aluminum. Super light, super strong. You can see the bearings in here. And this, the pivot point right here. Those are bearing blocks like that, but 3/8 in diameter for this pin, which is 3/8 pin. That's 1 inch diameter. And that's it. You got the Boondocks landing gear with the new style tires that really roll nice. You got an anchor over there. Someday maybe a micro pole. I'm not sure if I need one. We'll see. Well, there it is. The most advanced ATAC on the planet at this moment. Hope you enjoyed it.